everyone, welcome to AdiTrade. Today we're going to be seeing the Nifty and Banknifty levels for 21st November, Monday. This is the daily chart of Banknifty that I've opened. As of now, on Friday, we did make a nice, like an hanging man, a typical hanging man type of a candle. See, it's very indecisive that whether the market is bullish or bearish. See, after this day, the 16th November, I expected a follow-up to continue, but we exactly took resistance at around this region at 42,600, and we were not able to break out of it the entire week. And if I just go to a lower time frame and put on the CPR chart, right, the weekly CPR, you can see along the weekly CPR R1 we were taking some resistance that was around 42,539. so that is a pretty strong resistance for us. We're going to be seeing the intraday levels, but this right at the top, first we make an inverted hammer, but it was a green body, so we cannot say it was bearish, but yes, it was an inverted hammer. Then we have a nice hanging man showing some kind of selling pressure is there. But whenever we have got this type of selling pressure candle, right, immediately the next candle has come green. So we'll have to be careful. We cannot take a very strong decision that the market is bullish or the market is bearish. So we'll have to play safely, and the best thing to do is just do an intraday trade. When one level breaks, we can trade. Now, for example, this is a 15-minute chart. See, we do have pretty good resistance at this level, that is 42,600 to 42,500. The blue lines are support and resistance that I've drawn. The orange lines is the OI data, where on the upper side where the maximum resistance is at 42,500 and a good support is at 42,300. And below that, a very good support is at 42,000. Breaking 42,000 looks difficult for now. If I just show you the open interest data for Banknifty, see, this blue line that you see, right, is the number of calls that's been written at 42,500. Maybe because on Friday the market came down a little, so the call writing is still in place, but this is quite huge. It is more than, it is like the puts are not even half, almost half of this, right? So this will act as a very good resistance. In case we get a gap up or any like a bearish candle at about 42,500, right, we can take a shot with the first level of support at 42,300. If that breaks, probably we might see 42,000, but before that we have all these small supports, that is 42,200 at around this region. 42,200 can act as a good support. So these are the levels that we will have to keep it marked. See, what happened on Friday is we did get a pretty good trade. That is, when kind of the structure broke, we expected a fall, but we got a fall, nice fall until 42,200 and then reversed from 42,200. And if we put on the CPR levels for tomorrow, right, we have a narrow CPR, which is always a good thing for trading. And if this level breaks, definitely we can see some kind of a support over here at 42,050 or somewhere close to 42,000. So we'll have to watch out for that, and definitely 42,500 will be some sort of resistance based on this open interest. Now, if the bullishness has to continue, we will have to significantly, at least 2 or 3 15-minute candles should trade above 42,600 to make a new high. When we make a new high, we have no resistance level, so we'll make use of the CPR levels, that is 42,788 and 42,900 on the upside for Banknifty. Now, why certain times the CPR level is important, right? Now, CPR is just an indicator which marks support and resistance. It's not necessary that if you have CPR, you'll never go in loss or the trade will never go wrong. It gives us a good, there are few logics in CPR. The videos are there on my YouTube channel, you can check. The other thing is, the CPR helps us is getting even our targets. Now, for example, on this day, if I just put on the historical CPR, so obviously this is a custom indicator, you will not find it in TradingView. but there are so many other indicators which are for free and everything give the same data. So if you can just search for a CPR indicator, you'll get. See, this is the historical CPR that I've enabled. What happened on Friday? We perfectly rejected R1 of CPR and took a support at S2 of CPR. Now go to a 5-minute chart. See, we were having this type of a structure on Friday, right? And it was kind of breaking it. Now say for example, if somebody had taken a shot when kind of this trend line was breaking here, definitely the S1 was a target. If we break CPR, definitely S1 is the target. And when if somebody had held the trade, okay, when after even this kind of a structure broke, we came down and perfectly hit S2. I'll remove my drawings. See, the not even a wick sometimes goes below the CPR level. That's the level where, that's why a lot of big people use this for trading, and that's where you see a lot of times the market reversing at the CPR level. Now see, obviously why is this a good reversal from here, and why shouldn't have we waited for a break of this? See, the moment we tested this, went up, came, and see the kind of, if somebody had shorted in the morning, at least after seeing this candle and capturing about 200 points, definitely it was a good exit based on CPR. Even if you see a move from here, it's about 230 points, which is pretty good, right? So CPR also helps us to get us the targets, and there are some trading logics also behind CPR which you can see on my channel. But for tomorrow, these are the levels that I'll be using along with CPR. The orange lines are where the maximum open interest is. So on the downside, it'll probably act as a support, and on the upper side, it'll definitely act as resistance. Now just looking at Nifty, even Nifty, if you look at the daily chart, it's kind of made a nice, like an, after a doji, we have kind of made a nice hanging man type of a candle. And see the price action, like if you can read the price action over here, right? Let me just mark that. See, over here we had selling pressure, a long wick, right? I'm talking about this 15th November, we had a long wick. We had a doji, which is an indecisive candle. You don't know whether the market is bullish or bearish. They're both buyers and sellers. So there were sellers over here. There were pretty more sellers over here. So some selling pressure coming at this kind of this level, that is between 18,430 until 18,270, which is 280, which is acting as a support. Now the next move can only be if this consolidation breaks out or breaks down. That we will only have to wait and watch. But as of now, what the price action looks like, it does look like there is some sort of a selling pressure that is there in the Nifty. Now if you see Nifty 15 minutes level, obviously 18,440 is a pretty strong resistance. Multiple times we have rejected that level, and 18,200 is a, what do you say, a good support. Now if this level breaks, the next level of support can easily come at 18,105. The small gap that is there, right, even that can get filled, and even if that breaks, then the next level is over here, where this recent swing low is that can act as a good support. And again, even in Nifty, in case we get a nice bullish day tomorrow, we will have to wait for at least 2 or 3 15-minute candles to trade above 18,400 and see if we can get a nice move on the upside. See, always when the market is at all-time high, right, this is my experience. See, if always when the market is at all-time high, based on my experience, always book quick profits, because see, though the market might be bullish, we might continue to keep going higher, right? But at some point, some big player books some big profit in either of the Banknifty stocks or Nifty stock. Intraday, we will see a big dip. But again, the next day, the market might be up. This is a typical behavior of when the market is at all-time high. So to avoid that, as soon as we hit some target, the best thing to do is book some small profits until we get some good fixed trend in the market. As of now, the uptrend is there. Now if you see Nifty and Banknifty, both the daily chart, right, once again the uptrend is intact. Just because of a one red candle, we cannot say that. Now this is the Banknifty daily chart. See, we have had a pretty good uptrend from here. We made a high, we made a low, we made a high, we made a low, we made a high, and we are consolidating here. Maybe we'll just make a small low and go higher. We don't know, we'll have to watch, right? So the uptrend is still intact. We have not broken any previous day lows in even on the daily chart, but some selling pressure is there, so we can be cautiously bullish at this point of time. I'm expecting maybe some kind of a retest to this level before we go further up, either this week or in the month of December. And if you just see the structure, right, it is a beautiful 5-wave structure, elite wave that has been completed. 5. Now this after 5, what happens is ABC, right? A correction comes, ABC. Now this ABC, whether this is the start of ABC, that we cannot predict through elite waves, but it's only the structure that we can predict, right? So we are in a 5th wave and that completes, and 5th wave can always be a solid extended wave. It can, the target will usually be, the targets usually, this is the 3rd wave, right? Now if somebody is aware of the elite wave concept, it is pretty clear, but usually the target will be around 61.6, right? So if the bullishness continues, maybe we'll go until here. We'll just have to wait and watch. But when the market turns, right, definitely we might see a retest probably to this level, 40,800, if this ABC is going to work on the downside. So this elite wave is something that we cannot use this for trading on intraday basis. It is just to build the overall market outlook. So intraday trading decision is purely based on the 15-minute candle or the 5-minute candle and CPR levels. That should help. That's it for Monday. Hope either on the bullish side or bearish side we get to make some money.